Rob Churnside here again, the 17th of June, and what a night it's been with Cecil TV. We've had free food, we've had books, and now for dessert, we have Caleb Graham with some music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Caleb, we had your dad on the show a month ago or whatever, and I met him at Hopkins Open Mic, and he did some really cool stuff, and we talked a little bit earlier, and he said that you pretty much just took off at a young age on all kinds of instruments. How did you get started?
Yeah. Well, always grew up around music. It was just constantly being played around me, or, it was on the radio, or, church bands growing up. As a little kid, I would kind of sit in the back while they were rehearsing with like a djembe and just kind of try to play along, learning rhythm. But, I guess officially starting music was in band in middle school. I started on the alto saxophone, and then that kind of sparked adding on more and more instruments. Guitar, stand-up bass, drums, little piano, done some mandolin, really whatever's laying around.
Whatever's laying around.
Yeah.
And pretty much anything can make music.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar's your favorite, I guess, the one you play the most.
Yes, yeah.
And you were telling me earlier that you had just got done a 6-month cruise gig. What was that all about?
Yeah, so when I'm not playing music, I'm acting, though if I can do both at the same time, it's ideal, which is what I was doing with this cruise contract. I was out with Norwegian Cruise Lines doing the Broadway musical $1 Million Quartet. In that, I was the cover for Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, and Carl Perkins. So I had to learn all of those parts at once, all the different guitar parts. And it was just a blast. We were cruising up in Europe for a little while, and then we did the Caribbean. But yeah, so just wrapped that up at the end of March. And I've just been taking the time off to be home, which is
Johnny
nice.
Cash, Carl Perkins, and who was the third one?
Elvis Presley.
The King.
That's right.
Yeah, the King of rock and roll. Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. That's great. So prior to that, you recorded a new album, right?
That's right.
And what's the name of the album?
So the album is called Ahab's Twilight Cruise.
Oh, so it's got that nautical theme going on.
I'd like to say it was slightly inspired from the cruise contract I was on, but I'd actually come up with that idea beforehand.
Ahab's Twilight Cruise. Good old Captain Ahab.
Yeah. Well, and so Ahab was the name of my car.
Oh, your car?
Yes.
Okay.
He was the name of my car. He was a Chrysler Sebring. It was a 2007, so it was an old Salt. He was an Ahab. But all of the songs that were written on that album were written in or around that car. It was such a huge part of my life and, the people's lives around me. It was kind of an ode to him, and I had to get rid of him this last year. He finally put it out, so that was his Twilight Cruise. It was his send-off.
So you were finished, you recorded May 2022.
Yes.
And it's just done now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, in January of this year.
Okay, and you're going to play some songs from the album tonight.
I am, yeah. I'll be playing 2 songs from the album. One is Sweet Loretta, which is also a single that was released prior to the album, and Viola's Song, which is another song off that record, and then something new.
Now, this is how old I am. When you say you released a single, you don't mean a 45, right?
No.
How does that all work?
Well, so through your music distributors, you can, you go through a company and you can send it out as a full album or an EP or a single. It's just how they label it. Yeah, you can do 1 song at a time or 3 songs yeah. I'd love to get it pressed on vinyl though. That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you what. I have probably 3,000 or 4,000 vinyl records.
Nice.
And a couple of turntables. I can still play them every now and then.
There you go.
But I don't think it'll ever come back.
Well, it's coming back a little bit in the indie scene. I got a little bit of a collection going.
Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Elvis are coming back.
That's right.
Are you going to do the cruise again? Have you thought about it?
I've thought about it. So I have some, like I said, I'm an actor. So I have some gigs lining up that would have overlapped with jumping back on the cruise for the next rotation. which for this next show I'll actually be in Legally Blonde in Milton, Delaware. That runs from July 18th to August 5th. It's a great show. Anyone going down to Rehoboth
As in
or
the
Lewis.
movie Legally Blonde?
Yes, but the musical.
The musical?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's a Broadway musical. It's a great show, great tunes. I'll be playing Emmett Forrest in that, and then afterwards I'll be going out to West Virginia to the Greenbrier Valley Theater to play Johnny Cash in $1 Million Quartet there.
Nice. Yeah, Greenbrier Valley, I've been out. That's pretty country.
Oh yeah? I've never been. I'm excited.
Yeah. Anyway, Caleb, you've written a lot of songs, and you keep writing songs, and you said sometimes songs come to you in dreams.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, they do. It's a blessing and a curse sometimes. The blessing being it's already, pieced all together. The words are there, the image, the musical parts, it's all there. The curse is you got to get up and find the nearest guitar as soon as possible before you forget it.
That's right.
But I was, my most recent song, The Garden, fortunately I have been able to keep a guitar next to the bed, so I woke up and grabbed that and just wrote it all down.
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll look into some of your dreams tonight. Check it out. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything else you want to add? A website, how people can get in touch with you or anything like that?
You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, just as my name, just Caleb Graham. And then you can listen to Ahab's Twilight Cruise, or any of the other singles or albums I have out on any of your major streaming services. Again, it's just under Caleb Graham, which is just my name. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, just all the stuff. So it's all out there.
So will you have an actual hard copy CD as well?
I do, for myself, because I like to have the disc.
Right, yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.